Hello guys, it's Golden with another interview, and right now I'm here with Timotino that is coming from their match against FURIA in the last week of VCT Americas regular season with a victory that qualifies them to the playoffs of the stage one. So first of all, Timotino, how are you feeling with this victory? We know that this was a really important match that decided if the team qualifies or do not qualify for playoffs. At the end, the team won the match in the last map in the breeze. That we know that the first two maps were hard, but the breeze was, yeah, I think was very dominant for the team. So well, first of all, how are you feeling with this victory?
I mean, I'm feeling great. That match was unbelievably fun. Like the matches where there's actual pressure on the line are always the best ones. It's always so fun to just, have your back against the wall and just need a fight for it. And it just feels great to win.
Yeah, yeah, I imagine that because um the first map was, I think it was very for a couple of rounds. I think it was meant to be at the 0 for 100 tips, but there happened some mistakes that it simply just make the team lose the map. So from your point of view, what do you think that could have been done in that map to be able to close it and not
I
lose the map,
mean, yeah,
the pearl?
I think we were in a great position to win the map. We were really doing good first half. Um, I do believe that we played it decently. There was just some rounds where, Alim had a great round where he aced us. It was like an insane round. There's a lot of like little things where, like for example, the lurks really like took control of a lot of rounds and just made the round unplayable. So it was mostly playing. It was mostly a thing of like we played good, but we had very good ante against them, and we didn't play very well with that ante. And it caught us like it cost us a couple rounds, and those rounds were just really impactful. And then they snowball us on our defense, and it's just hard to come back. But I do agree that it was a very close game, and it could have been a 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, the first half of Pearl was really good, but then the defense is,
Yeah,
man, I think
made a lot of
I don't
mistakes.
know the amount of rounds that it was only the pistol and the eco round, and then every other round was for free. But the
Yeah,
Haven was really good for Hard Thieves. I've seen a lot of micro strats that the team played very good, but I want to talk with you about some things about the agents. First of
yeah,
all, the last week we saw you playing Waylay since the nerfs, you know, that the 100 tips used to do, at least in the kickoff, used at least for you, used to play a lot with Waylay, and in the bind that I think it was incredibly good for
yeah.
100 tips. I mean, I think that it was 13-4 that map.
Against crew, yeah.
So yeah, against crew. So it was a really good map and a really good waylay, considering that this is a waylay that got nerfed. And I talked with Bora about this, and he mentioned that the players that are actually good with any other duelist were able to adapt to the waylay nerfs, and in that case, you are one of those players. So, from your point of view, how could you prepare in the bind, the bind that you had last week with the new waylay that got nerfed?
Yeah. I mean, Willie to me was always one of those agents very with a very high skill ceiling. And in my opinion, the nerf didn't change that at all. If anything, it made it even harder to actually be proficient with the utility because it's not as easy to just throw the slow, dash slow, and have somebody trade. So I just really had to like innovate and find new ways to use that ability. But to me, Waylay is basically still the same. There's no changes. Um, in terms of, for example, the shotguns are still so unbelievably broken with that agent. Obviously, they're gonna nerf it in the future. So after that, Willie for me probably is gonna go down in my list of like the best duelist. But yeah, with the Willie nerfs on bind, for me was just changing a little bit of their set strats to figure out a way to use my slow, like post nerf. But overall, to me, like it didn't change anything for our bind. Bind has always been one of our best maps. Kind of sad it's going out of rotation, but you know,
Yeah.
bind has always been strong, and I don't think the Willy nerfs changed anything.
Yeah, I also want to talk about other agent that you use today, that is Neon. That
Mhm.
Neon and shotguns are a problem in the meta that everybody is complaining, and Riot answer to our prayers and they say,
Thank
okay,
you, Ryan.
and they say, okay, we are going to nerf Neon and the
Yeah,
shotguns. I want to ask you this. Uh, from your point of view, how are you seeing this nerf? I don't know if you already saw the exact nerf that are going to
yeah,
happen, because I already saw the shotgun nerfs. That every other shotgun is going to be have a dispersion
yeah.
of
New
the
jump.
bullets, very nerfed, and and I think the shorty is going to be less quick. The cooldown from every shot is going to be longer.
Yeah.
So, from your point of view, as a duelist that plays Neon, that uses shotguns, how are you seeing those nerfs in the future?
I mean, to me, I really feel. I mean, I think everybody's gonna agree on this. Those changes are great for the game. The biggest change is not every shotgun; it's the shorty. Like that gun has been overused forever now. It just like changed how everyone plays this game. It's just so powerful. So it's gonna be to me. Neon nerfs are gonna be big, but the shorty nerfs are gonna affect literally every single agent in the game. So I'm just so hyped to see how that's gonna like affect the way people play. But overall, it's just such a good change. And I think every single person would agree, even duelists that abuse it, like people like Dampy, I'm pretty sure he thinks it's good because it's just something that's way overtuned and everybody like it's one of these things where it's not the most fun to play against, it's not the most fun to play, but you have to do it because of how strong it is. So I'm just very happy they got rid of that. It's gonna affect my role a lot, but I'm very happy to adapt and change my playstyle because that was the correct decision that Ryan made.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, uh, literally, team got a Masters champion on using neon, using neon
Yeah,
with
literally.
shotguns.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was something that had to be nerfed. Well, I want to talk about the thing that you mentioned before, that Bind is leaving
Yeah.
the map pool. I don't know when are they going to implement that. I think there's going to be for Masters, is because it's really weird that they do it for the playoffs. Even if
I'm
they do it,
it is
mm,
for playoffs.
it's for
I'm like
playoffs.
yeah, I'm 90% sure it's for playoffs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so a lot to prepare for the playoffs.
Hmm.
um,
We have to prepare for Ascent now.
yeah, yeah, and I will talk about Ascent because we know that in Ascent there are two agents that are as a duelist are two agents that are very good. That are Raze and Jet, and considering that Neon is going to be nerfed, a lot of teams are going to be playing with the same strat with the same comp. The same comp that is playing on Ascent since the start of the
Yeah.
game. That now includes KO, Omen, and Duelist. That could be Jet or Race.
Yeah.
That's a comp that every
Uh,
team is using. So from your
Yeah.
point of view as a duelist, uh, how how do you think that is going to how are you going to prepare with this ascent, with this new ascent that practically
Yeah.
is going to be the same comps as always?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Neon nerfs are gonna come after like for London and not for playoffs. So you could possibly see a lot of like Phoenix Neon, if not like if it's most likely gonna be mostly like KO Jet Omen, and I'm very happy about that because I've always been a big fan of Jet, but a lot of teams are also going to go in the other approach because Neon's not going to be nerfed for playoffs, only for later. They're probably going to go a lot of like Neon Phoenix, and that's going to be way more of an aggressive comp. So I think that map's going to be interesting. Like pairing these two styles of like the super old like Ascent comp that's been running forever, and you're gonna have a lot of new Phoenix Neon stuff, and it's gonna be a lot of running it down. So it's gonna be a very interesting like comparison between those two archetypes that I think are gonna be the strongest. It's gonna be really interesting to see, and you we can expect some funny things.
Yeah, I really want to see a map that Neon is not being played, like a new fresh air for the
Yeah,
meta, because we've been stuck with this meta for the 3 months already. 4 if you count April, because the Neon nerfs are not going to be there since the start of Masters. So
yeah,
it's very good to see that. Well, um, uh, not talking about the in game exactly, but talking about the group stage. Now that 100 Tips are already in playoffs, they don't depend on any other teams to play on the bracket, but
yeah.
they depend on the result for the last exit is the last match of the group stage. That's going to be against Sentinels versus Energy.
Yep.
So that match is going to decide if 100 Tips starts in the upper bracket or in the lower bracket.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And who who should I be cheering for then? Who do you?
If Sentinels wins and 100 Tips starts in the lower, if Energy wins, 100 Tips starts in the upper.
Okay, so I'm
So
cheering for NRG. That's what you're saying.
Energy, yeah, Energy.
Let's go NRG. Let's go. You
You
guys
should
got
be
this.
you should be cheering for Energy. So I
Yeah.
think if Energy wins, the 100 Thieves are the second seed of the group. So
Oh, really?
if
Okay.
Energy wins, but
Well, that's so interesting. That makes the match, the coming up match, like it's gonna be incredible. I'll be
yeah,
watching that.
and it's the last match of the group. It's the last
Yeah.
match of Sunday. So
And
it's gonna
also correct me if I'm wrong, but both of these teams need to win to qualify,
yeah,
correct?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sentinels and Energy, whoever wins that match qualifies for playoffs.
Okay. I mean, I'm kind of just happy. I don't have to root for Sen. That's all I'm happy about. I can root for Energy. I don't root for Sen. And let's go. Let's go, Energy.
Thank you. I mean that keeps us with the beef in VCT Americas. Okay. Um. Okay. Well, Timotino. Before finishing this interview, do you have anything to say to the fans of Energy with the victory of the day, with securing playoffs, with having a chance to be at Masters? Do you have anything to say to the fans?
I mean, keep cheering us on because it's definitely. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Keep cheering us on because it's definitely making us better. And I mean, I'm so happy to have such devoted fans of 100 Thieves. And let's go, 100 Thieves.
Yeah, let's go 100 Tips, and only for this weekend, let's go Energy. So
Let's
100
go,
Tips
Energy,
can
for this weekend. Yeah, only for this weekend.
so 100 Tips can start in the upper bracket.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Timotino. Thank you so much for having some of your time to this interview, and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good one.